morning's breakfast is the chia pudding that I made last night with some cinnamon, cardamom, pumpkin seeds. That is coconut flakes, and then some cherries that we bought yesterday here locally when we bought the gifts for our families.
Morning.
Delicious?
Delicious.
Good. And we're watching a sermon. I finally got the internet to work, so we're watching a sermon. Okay, so we're moving pretty quickly this morning since it is a moving day, and I'm getting everything ready. I did take a shower this morning, and we finished our sermon, but being that it was a Sunday morning, it did make moving a little more hectic. So behind me you can see everything's put away in the bedroom, pretty much everything's down. The bathroom, same thing, everything's down and ready. Kitchen, same thing. And I have packed our lunch. And now Chris is outside finishing the things outside. You can see he strapped down the table, strapped down our drawers, and he straps down his desk as well. So I'm going to pull the floor vents and then bring the slide in. And he's outside working on the outside stuff. And it's 10:44, so we don't have a minute to spare. Okay, Chris is just finishing. He's putting the water hose away. He already did the sewer. And you can see the stabilizers are already up. So pretty soon we're almost ready to attach the truck. I can also see that the truck got destroyed yesterday because we were on dirt roads and it rained. So I'm sure Chris is gonna add that to his list over the next few days. Okay, so she's hooked up now and we're ready to go. We're gonna miss this spot and I'm gonna miss my little ground squirrel friends. They're not out right at the moment. But we're gonna miss this spot, but we're on our way now to Livingston. Okay, last thing Chris always does is wipe his hands, for sure. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That is one thing that we definitely use that we didn't use in our prior life, and that was
A lot of wipes.
A lot of wipes, yeah. So I have my laptop here with me. I do not recommend sitting with a laptop in your lap without one of those pads that actually, you know, keeps all the harmful things from the frequencies from going straight to your body. But right now I don't have one, so that's just the way it is. So we have how long of a drive today?
Today's about 6 hours.
Okay, typically now what we've learned is if the GPS says it's a certain amount, add at least a half an hour.
Well, yeah, I mean, it depends how long. It's like today's supposed to be 5 hours and 15 minutes if you're in a car. So I'm adding about 45 minutes for a stop to fuel up and just, you know, generally driving slower than the speed limit on the highways.
Yeah, you do go slower. It's just the way it is. So it's actually going to take you longer than you think. And we're heading to Livingston.
Yep.
And we are going to be on our way. I will be working on the blog until my computer battery goes dead. And then I will be, I don't know, doing something. Chatting Chris up a bit.
Probably.
And I also have a book to read, so it's not a big deal. And we packed our lunch, like I said earlier. So we're all set. And honestly, I think it takes us, if we don't have any extra things to do, we usually get it done in a half hour, don't you think?
Yeah, inside and outside.
It's 10:59 right now, so we just made it. But we can get the inside and outside stuff done in a half hour. If we don't have any extra things, like if Chris has to get gas or something like that. This morning he had to deal with a kayak. It actually rained overnight, so instead of it drying, it actually got more wet, so he just had to dry that off. So he started that stuff a little bit earlier. But generally speaking, it only takes us about a half hour, really, to pack up and do the main things that we need to do. So that's not too bad.
Yeah.
So we're heading out. Here we go.
We're off.
I did want to add the sermon that we watched. I'm going to put the link in the description below on our YouTube channel so that if you're interested in that, because I know a lot of people ask me how do we handle church on the road, and we do try to go to church if we can, but if not, then we just watch a service. And the one that we've really been enjoying he's coming this way. The one that we've been enjoying watching is called Shoreline Church, and it's out of Destin. When we stayed in Destin over the winter, we actually went to church there while we were there, and we really enjoyed their sermons. I will say this, it is an experience like no other experience you've had.
As far as the pastor goes?
Yes.
Yes.
And the
whole
message,
thing, yeah.
they have a very,
The venue.
yeah. And at first we were a little taken aback by it, and we're kind of like, I don't know if we like this style. I just don't know. And then we learned to really, really appreciate it and to see how they're really striving to do, you know, just different things. If you're interested in that, the one that we watched today was called Tough Mudder. So if you are interested in that, just check the link below. It is 5:39 and we are just pulling into Livingston, and we're going to be finding our campground here, so we made it. Okay, so we made it and we're just getting set up. Good news, actually great news, is that we didn't have a single problem with our brakes. That is
Excellent.
that is a big victory for Chris.
Yes. Very
And-
happy about that.
And what time is it? You see on the... Oh, we don't have... That's
It
okay.
is 6:20.
It's 6:20. So we're just getting set up, cleaning up a little bit, getting everything set up, and then we will be eating dinner. And dinner for tonight is the last of the chicken chili. I'm so glad I had it left over, because when you have a long day, it's nice to not have to cook dinner. So I did have to make more rice because we had eaten all of that. But that was it. So now we're going to eat dinner. Chris took a shower over at the campground shower, and we're all set up, ready to eat dinner at 7:30. Okay, it is 10 o'clock and we're calling it a night.